Hi everybody, this is Walnut Lodge, Volant location. It's Wednesday at 6 o'clock. This is the first foundation class of our holiday series. I know Joanne is there. Hey Joanne. I'm hoping that there are some other of you there. I know that this foundations class is, it's a pretty fun class. And since I have like 3 weeks in a row, I'm going to teach it as a series. I've been working on a new spine segment for this class. And it's a lot of very undulatory, snaky-like movements. And they're super fun to do. I'm going to just do one, and then add the other two as we go through the 3 weeks. So I'm going to do one tonight. These movements are free movements. They're open chain kinetic if you understand that language, not closed chain. And what we're really trying to do here is we're just trying to allow the body to absorb the movement of a free flow undulation. So we're going to start with that, and then as we progress through, that movement will become part of other things that we do, and then we'll use it in a closed chain. So the goal tonight really is to get the spine moving again. A lot of people at my studio haven't been in class for a week, although we did have class last night in the snowstorm, and 4 brave souls showed up after I had spent an hour digging out. All right, so Tonight you're going to need some kind of bolster. I have my long cylindrical bolster here. You could use a meditation cushion. That would be fine. Some of you, if you don't have either one of those, a block. But if you have a pillow from your couch, that would also work. But you might need two things, because some of us don't like our head dropping back, so you want to be able to adjust that. But you can also do that with a towel. Sometimes this class is real prop heavy. Tonight it won't be too much, so you should be able to get by with just something to lay on and maybe something to put your head on. All right. So let's come over to our bolster or our cushion or something. And I want you to sit on the end of it. And if you have a long bolster, put it lengthwise. If you're using a meditation cushion, just make sure that you have enough room. We'll be sliding off of the bolster, enough room to lay back and then possibly grab a block if you need it. All right, so we're pretty close to the end of this. We're not so far that we feel like we're sliding off. And then I want you to just put your feet together in kind of a medium diamond shape. And I'm on this angle here. It does some good things. Sometimes the foreshortening of it is a little odd, but it's kind of my solution to be able to talk to the camera and at least see some of the side work without having to deal with two cameras. All right, so put your hands on your knees and then tuck your tailbone under and try to feel your low back go to the bolster. And as you do that, drop your head. Your hands are holding onto your knees. That's anchoring the backward movement. So you're going to go back as far as you can with your arms straight. Relax your chin. And then when you breathe, inhale into your upper back. And then exhale, pull your stomach up and press that lower abdominal wall towards your spine. So we're using our arms here as a little anchor, so this isn't really a free movement. The arms are limiting how far back that we can go, and all we're trying to do is figure out how to give a little bit more backwards motion, flexion to the spine. Using the inhale between the shoulder blades to expand the upper back, and then the exhale to pull the pubic bone into the spine. So just stay here, relax your neck, chin is dropping. Couple more. Now, while you're breathing, just really notice the position of your pelvis. We are in a posterior tilt. The upper edge of our pelvis is reaching back. So we're tilting back. Now what I want you to do is push your pubic bone forward, push your pelvis forward, allow the pelvis to go to upright, and then maybe a little bit past upright, and then feel the change in the back, and then take that all the way up your spine. So you have a straight line here, and then just take your focus to the high corner of whatever room you're in, so that you're not dropping the head back. It's not forward. It's not totally straight, but there's a little bit of an extension. All right, so press down into the sit bones and just feel your spine push all the way up. Your pelvis is tilted forward. Now, tilt the pelvis back and let the spine follow along, and the head will come into the curve less. So it's a C curve, and then push the pelvis forward and feel how that backwards curve becomes a straight line, or maybe a forward curve if you have a lot of movement in your spine. So this is going to be the inhale. And then exhale, pull the pelvis back, relax your neck, exhale all the way down. And then inhale, push the pelvis forward, lead with the belly, take that breath into the chest, extend it all the way up through your head. And exhale, pelvis, waist, rib cage, head is last. Inhale, pelvis, waist, rib cage, head is last. Exhale, pelvis, waist, rib cage, head. Inhale, pelvis forward, belly forward, chest forward, head up. Keep going. Exhale. Pull the pelvis back. Allow the spine to do what it does. Inhale. Push your belly forward. And then feel that undulation all the way up. And on the up, you can look up to the ceiling. Don't drop your head back, but you can extend upward. And then start with the exhale, pulling the pelvis back, ending with the chin dropping into the chest. Keep going. Inhaling big and up. Exhaling, pulling back and dropping the chin. Now, after you have this basic movement attached to the breath, we can start adding little particulars to this. So as you inhale, your pelvis is going to go forward. You're going to feel your pelvis at the hip sockets. As you exhale, pull your belly up, press the soles of your feet together, and use your legs to help you push your waist to the back. And the stomach is going to lift up against the spine as you exhale. And then as you inhale, release that. Feel your belly push forward towards your feet, and then feel the spine lift up, look up. Exhale always starts in the guts, and then release down and through the head. Keep going. If any of you studied modern dance in college or after college, then this is going to look a lot like a Graham contraction. And if you know what that is, just enjoy that moment. Keep going, inhaling, lifting up, feel the spine waking up. Exhale, pulling it back, dropping the chin. We're going to keep going with this, and I'm going to keep talking. And it's 6 o'clock at night. Some of you have spent a whole day working. Maybe you're sitting. This is a really nice way to start the movements of the spine to release some of that head holding and weird posture stuff that happens to us as we spend hours working on that computer with that weird interface. So we're going to go a little faster. Inhale, go up. Exhale, push back. Inhale, press forward. Exhale, pull your stomach in fast. Inhale, pelvis forward, undulate. Exhale, pull and curve. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, pull. Couple more. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, pull the stomach. Press through the feet. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, pull. Feel the chin press into the chest. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, pull and press. One more. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, pull. Stay in the C curve. Hold on. Press back a little bit more. Couple big inhales right between the shoulder blades. Let that upper back open, and then let the pelvis release itself. It'll come all the way up to vertical. Now, slide your legs to straight, and I want you to just slide right off of your bolster. Now, for me, I'm sliding off. My sit bones are still kind of a little propped on that bolster, and that's okay. So now we have this, our legs are straight. They don't have to be doing anything particular. Just let them not be as wide as your mat. They can roll out, they can be parallel. We just want the legs here to be relaxed. Now we're gonna kind of do this same thing, this forward and back, but we're gonna start with our head. So we're gonna start at the top of the spine. So drop your chin into your chest, and then reach your nose towards your belly. And then reach your nose as goes far down as you can with your nose pointing towards your belly. Now for some of you, your head maybe can come all the way down onto the legs. Don't worry so much about that then. Inhale, lead with your chin. So your head is going to start the movement, and then you're going to take your chin and you're going to push it straight up to the ceiling. Keep your mouth closed and feel this stretch. Then you're going to pull your jaw back and into the throat. And then that is going to cause the head to come forward. And you're going to drop down again. So this is a C curve. We're still undulating. But the motivation now is coming from the top of the spine. And you get a really nice stretch through the latissimus if you're not having to talk. Then pull the jaw in. You want to feel the head rotate on the top of that neck. And then feel as much rotation as you can. So this is inhale, chin goes out and up. Take in as much air as you can, starting with your chin. Exhale, and use that forward motion to deflate yourself. Almost like you're trying to push the air out of a pool float. And then inhale, lengthen, and come up. Exhale, jaw, and pull down. Inhale, lengthen, and up. Exhale, jaw, and pull down. Inhale, lengthen, and up. Exhale, jaw, and pull down. Keep going. As you go up, if you go really up and lift your chest and lean back a little bit, you'll feel your hip flexors kick in. So you'll feel a little bit of work where your hip creases are. That's okay. Really, what we're trying to do though is get a nice big arc with the chin. Feel the scooping motion of it. Keep the chest lifted, and then pull the reverse of it. And really make a big movement at the top. So part of this is to exercise the neck, because a lot of you out there really need this. You need to be able to release the back of the skull. You have tension patterns. The front of the neck, the sternocleidomastoids sometimes get weak because you're just so used to jutting that head forward. So you make a nice big motion right here as you pull your jaw in. And then feel the whole upper back on that curve. Couple more. Try to coordinate it with your inhale, exhale. Now I'm talking, so that for me is not really happening. And if you can use Ujjayi, then use Ujjayi. It really works here. And we're going to add our arms. Exhale, pull your chin into your chest. Roll down. Now take your hands and slide them alongside your legs. And then reach the chin and the arms up. Go up. And then as your chin pulls forward, circle the arms back. Chin is coming forward. And then just take them alongside the legs. Both go up. Pull the chin. Circle them back. Keep going. What is this doing? It's allowing a little bit more work in the spine, and then you have this nice stretch in the front of the shoulders as you change the spine, leading with the head, reaching back. Feel that. You can feel your abdominals kick into gear a little bit as they have to work a little bit to counteract the weight of the arms. Now make it easy, make it fluid, make it float. On this next one, we're going to reverse the arms. So, head forward, take the arms back. They circle back, and then as the head goes down, the arms go down, making a curve. Then, take your head forward, reach the arms back, roll them, and up. So, tuck the chin, curve the arms. Fingers touch, slide them back. Hands flip over as your chin reaches out and up. Still the same pattern with the breath. Exhale, takes you into the curve. Inhale, reaches you long and up. Chin, exhale. Inhale. Flex your ankles. Exhale. Point your ankles. Inhale. Reach your heels and your chin forward as the arms go back. Exhale. Point your feet. Inhale. Flex the ankles. Feel the backs of the legs. Just a couple more. Last one. Curl forward. Inhale. Lengthen. Chest lift, arms lift. Lay back. Interlace your fingers and then let them stretch. Let the legs go. Now, let your low back go. So that low back is on a stretch because your sacrum is right up against whatever you have. Your bolster, your pillow. And then your arms, interlace those fingers, palms are towards you. Push them out. Keep the elbows straight. Big inhales into your chest. Keeping the elbows straight. Maybe the arms are going to go down to the ground at the end of this, maybe not. But keep breathing the ribs up to the ceiling. And then release the hands, just let them drop open. A couple more breaths here. And just take a moment to feel the increased activity along the spine from your tailbone all the way to the back of your skull. Now, some people also report that with all that flexion, extension of the head, I mean, it's just normal range of motion, that sometimes that starts to bother them because their head really has been in one position for, possibly hours. All right, so we're going to come up to sitting. Two choices. You can just roll up, or if you're feeling a little tight, just roll to your right side off of the bolster and then make your way back up to sitting. All right, so I'm going to do just one more thing, which is pretty fun, and maybe I'll get a little closer here. Yeah, get a little closer. So this is the movement to start side. The lateral movement of the spine. So what I want you to do is tilt, keep your shoulders, actually you can have my hands on the ground, and I'm just rolling my shoulders back so I can, keep that as still as possible. So I'm going to drop my right ear towards my right shoulder. Now I can feel that stretch going all the way down to my left shoulder. Keep your chest lifted. And there's not a lot of motion here. Now, what I want you to do, this is as far over as you can go, take your jaw and push the left side of your jaw to the right side of your jaw. So you're going to swing your jaw to the right and then take your head to the left. It's not a big deal, but I don't have a lot of side here yet. So keep pressing the shoulders down. So when you're taking your head to the left, you feel your jaw. You're trying to feel the jaw go into the neck. Not with a twist, but you're trying to rotate your head on the top of your spine. And you're really trying not to put any other side flexion in it, just your head. All right. Now you feel that stretch from the right ear down to the right shoulder. Now take the jaw to the other side and go side bend right. Now you could just do side bend right, left, right, left, right, left. But then what I'm getting, I think you can see this, I'm getting a bend from here, right, left, right. So it's more in my cervical spine. Of course, this is in your cervical spine too, but I want you to tilt your head. So right ear down, swing your jaw, left ear down, swing the jaw, right ear down, left, right. If you have inner ear problems, go slower than I'm going. But feel the change in the direction be the jaw, not your neck. Might seem like just a very simple, weird little point, but it makes a really big difference in how your neck is moving. Just a couple more. Jaw to the right, jaw to the left, jaw to the right, jaw to the left. Couple more, and right, and you should feel it here, right where the skull is attaching to the neck, right in the back, right in the back. Couple more. So I want you to practice this so that it becomes fluid and easy. And then we're going to just finish this with focus right, profile, and left. And right, and left, and right. Couple more. And left, and right, and left. Last one. Right and left. Come back to the center and chin. Go to the right. Look straight up. Left. Chin. Reverse. Go to the left. Look up. Right. Chin. Right. Keep your neck extended. Just your eyes go up. Side. Down. You're looking front. Extend your neck. Look up. Don't drop it back. Side. Drop it down. Couple more. Right. Up. Left. Down. Last one. Left. Up. Right. And down. Hands on the back of your head. Just pull easy down. Sometimes you can feel this stretch all the way into your eyeballs. From the back of your skull, actually from your upper back. And then release that, roll up. And then, not very long today, middle finger in your ear. I'm going to just sit on my hand, pull. No, I'm not. I'm just going to do this. So you're going to pull your ear into your shoulder, and then feel that right side of your jaw go up. We did that movement. So it's just holding on, adding a little weight. Arm, just trying to see if you can get a little bit more stretch through that line. Sometimes I hold this a really long time. Today, not so much. So just keep breathing up and seeing if you can just get a little bit more. So we're going to take this into more of a diagonal, and that's going to get the levator, which runs from the back of the left side of your skull down to the inside of your left shoulder blade. So you're going to turn your head to the right. Look, so your nose is pointing towards your thigh. Creep your hand around. Your cheek is up against your inner arm. Keep your shoulder blade down, and then just pull on this angle. Now you might have to go a little further. Don't let your upper back collapse. It's So keep the shoulder blades pressing down, but just see if you can take it over a little bit more by letting that neck go. I can feel that connection down into the inside of my left shoulder blade. That's all tight on me today because I went to the dentist. And even though I really like my dentist, who's Dale Spadafora, little plug there, but he just belongs into the category of dentists, and I really hate all dentists. So they really tighten up things in my neck for me. So just a little bit more. And release, roll up, and then turn. Now just feel that line from the back of your skull on the left down through that shoulder blade. I am super lopsided. One nice thing about having the video camera here. It's the only nice thing that I can think of. All right, middle finger in your ear, and we go to the other side. So anchor, drop your left ear towards your shoulder. Feel your jaw scooping up, trying to feel the rotation of the head on your spine. Try to keep everything lifted. Keep that right shoulder blade pressing down. Almost done with this one. Now, rotate your nose towards your left thigh. Reach around, grab the back of your skull. Keep that right shoulder blade pressing down. Left cheek up against the inside of that arm. Now pull. And release, roll up, rotate. Feel your shoulders. All right. Now, hands on your knees, push your chest up, pull your shoulder blades back. Just feel that upper back. You can feel the connections a little bit better. All right. So that's front back undulatory motion and just the beginnings of lateral. So let's just take that now into a kind of static position. So we're going to use that spine, which is just a series of bones that we really need to control and put into a straight line in order to manipulate the postures that we're going to do. So just think about that as we go through this. So move your bolster and come down into Sphinx Posture. All right, so your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Your legs are together. Now, drop your head. Relax your shoulders and just relax your spine down. Now, for some of you at first, when we do this, your low back might not feel very good. Take a couple of breaths, just trying to relax here. But if you can't take that discomfort out of that low back, then what you have to do is you have to take your sit bones, push them towards your thighs, and take your pelvis into a slight posterior tilt. So that's like sitting on the bolster and tilting your pelvis back. All right? That's what we're going to do in a minute anyways. And so that first opening exercise, the posterior tilt, anterior tilt, kind of sets you up for a lot of the stuff that's going to follow here. Now, pull your chest, pull your shoulder blades back and just reach your chest forward. Take a couple of big inhales here. Pull the shoulder blades down. And then release the shoulder blades. And pull them down, the spine lifts. And release. I'm not dropping my head, but you can. Inhale, push up. Exhale, you can drop down. Inhale up. You've been doing a lot of work in this upper body. Down. Inhale up. And down. One more. Inhale up, but stay here this time. Pull your shoulder blades down so your upper back is now in a nice little extension. Your knees are together. Now I want you to lift your tailbone up off the ground, stick your butt in the air, and then take your tailbone and pull it towards your face. All right, so I just turn sideways here. So I'm going from here to here. So my low back is nice and long. My stomach is pulling. My shoulder blades are pressing down. Now, if you don't feel this in your lower abdominals, you probably have your tailbone flipped up to the ceiling. So if you don't know if you have that, lift your tailbone, stick your butt out, and then imagine that tailbone pulling through the legs and then up towards your face. So as you hold that, then you feel that lower abdominal wall pulling up into your stomach. So we're making that spine into a really straight line. As straight as the spine can get. Keep pulling your low stomach up into your back. So as you inhale, push the breath through your shoulder blades to the ceiling, push down, and then as you exhale, pull your pubic bone. Just keep working this line. Couple more breaths. You like to get to that point where you feel that lower belly start to shake. And then what I want you to do is release your thighs, release your pelvis, and then chest forward again. Now at this point you can either use your bolster again, or you could grab, a pillow like this. I want you to put your elbows up on the pillow. What's happening here? Well, we're asking our spine to extend more. So for some of you, you might feel this in the low back. I feel a little bit of stretch in my hip flexors. I don't feel any pain in my low back. I don't have low back issues anymore. But keep your shoulder blades pressing down so your upper back is lifted. And then just let your spine adjust. Now again, if you're having pain in the low back, you need to drive your sit bones, pull that tailbone, flatten out that low back a little bit. so that you can even out the curve, support the front of that lumbar curve. That's what all of this work is about, trying to make sure that we're using our low abdominals to support the front of that lumbar curve. Just a couple more of these, pushing through. And then kind of what happens too is as you're up on these bolsters in this extension, you know, after a couple breaths, everything starts to be able to kind of like adjust to the curve. And so if you had any resistance to begin with, then it feels actually pretty good. So now just imagine in your mind's eye this curve coming from your pelvis up through the chest, extending the spine. Now we're going to roll to our right, put your right elbow down, roll onto your right side, keep your chest lifted. All right? So now the chest is kind of almost in the same plane, rotated, but now we feel that curve going up the spine. If you relax your shoulder, here you can feel the ribs on that lower side. You can feel the muscles attaching the rib to the rib, stretching a bit. You can also feel serratus. And then press down. So as you press down, for some of you, you'll feel a little bit of stretch right where the hip crest comes into the waist. I don't feel much there. But if I put my hand down and push up a little higher, I start to feel on actually both sides, but on that lower side. So relax your shoulder at first. And so we're propping up basically a side bend, opening from the hip to the armpit. Now if you breathe big here, you can feel the lower ribs start to stretch. The intercostals will stretch. Quadratus is stretching. Now press down with your shoulder and then breathe right at the waist where that hip crest enters the waist. So this is the angle. You can kind of see the side, but it's not really the greatest. But the thing is that I'm stacked. My feet are on top of my feet, my knees are on top of my feet, my hips are on top of my hips. I'm as perpendicular to the floor as I can be. All right, now we're going to release this down on the elbow, roll back onto the whatever pillow you're using, or the bolster. Just stay there a couple of breaths. Actually, let the spine go. And just kind of breathe into that low back. And now we're going to do that much on the other side. So come up onto your pillow, your bolster, elbows, press down, lift the chest up. Feel your back. And then move that left elbow off, roll onto your left side. Stack your hips on top of your hips, your knees on top of your knee, and your ankles. And then relax. Probably you can see my shoulder here on this angle a little bit better. So as I relax on this side, I don't feel so much in the ribs, but because the shoulder has some things going on in it from old injuries, I can feel the stretch more in the shoulder itself, which actually feels pretty good. So I'm going to stay here a couple more breaths, trying to breathe really high. And then I'm going to press down and lift that up, feeling the shoulder blade connecting into my spine, connecting into the ribs. So for people that want to practice yoga, this particular idea of knowing where your shoulder blade is incredibly important for all of the work that we do on our hands. It's quite a bit. All right, now let's come up onto this hand. Make sure you're not rolling back. I'm no longer stacked in this position. I have to be here. This side on me is tighter. Relax your shoulder at first. Feel the stretch and breathe through the ribs. And then press down. Feel the shoulder blade go down. Neck is nice and long. And you feel that stretch a little bit lower, right at the quadratus level. Quadratus is the muscle. It's on either side of your back. Goes from the crest of your pelvis in the back up to your lower ribs. And it can be a bugaboo. Especially if you have a tendency to sit kind of lopsided. Oh, there it goes. A couple more breaths. Yep. And then come on down. Roll here. But this time, we're going to press ourselves back to a child pose. Let your knees be open. Squash all the way back onto your feet. And then just head down. Could be on your pillow. Could be on the floor. Now, we've been doing all this spine extension. So this is a flexion. So your head is down. I'm just up because I want to talk. You know, sometimes when you get back to this child pose, it's not that great. But just keep breathing and let it work for you. Like, and people always say, well, how long should I stay in a posture? I usually say until something starts happening. You know, you set up these positions, and then your body works to accommodate the position. That's kind of the basis for everything that we do in yoga. You know, and there's a lot of other things to that. But just see the flexion. I mean, this is knee, hip, max flexion. My ankles are an extension, but they're my hips and my knees. And then you get that nice stretch through that low back. So just another minute right here. And then move your pillow and slide back out onto your stomach. Back to the Sphinx Posture, legs together. Drop your head, let your spine relax, see what's happening. All right. Press your spine up through your shoulder blades. Now, we're going to go into a full plank. What we did before was a half plank. If you want to do the half plank, do the half plank. So, but it starts the same. Keep your knees down at first. So you're going to push your spine up through your shoulder blades, pick your pelvis up, tuck your tailbone under. And then get that line, pubic bone up and into your rib cage. Once you feel like you have that, if you can't maintain this and your tailbone starts lifting, you have to come back down with your knees. So tuck your toes if you're going to go to full plank, and then push. So you're pushing from your hands to your elbows up into that waist. Tailbone is reaching down towards your feet. Thighs are rolling in if you can feel that. So inhale, chest up through your shoulder blades. Exhale, pull your tailbone up into your spine. Breathe. Couple more. And knees down, thighs down, chest lift, chest forward. Couple breaths of the ribs going forward. Now, as your ribs go forward, pull your elbows back. Pull your shoulder blades back so you can see what's happening to my chest. That's going to help your upper back go into an extension. This whole time that we were in that plank, our spine is basically in a small flexion. So this always feels really good. All right, now come down and turn your head to a side. Profile. And just let it go. We did all that neck work before. You should be able to get pretty clean profile. Whole cheek on the ground. Relax everything. Just breathe into your upper back. And come back center. One more. Now this one, we're going into the side plank. This will be the last arm shoulder thing. If you are on your knees doing the half plank, then just roll to the side of your knee for the side plank. If you're doing full plank, we're just rolling to the outside of our foot. All right. So press your spine up. Feel the placement of the shoulder blades. All this work in the upper back. Knees together, feet together. Pick your tailbone up. Then pull pubic bone to your rib cage. Feel that nice long line. Tuck your tailbone. Hold on to your guts. Tuck your toes. And stretch to the full plank. Make sure the waist is lifting. Roll to your right arm or the side of your foot or the knee and stretch that up. So push up through your chest. Your elbows pressing down. Try to push your chest away from it. If you don't know what that means, relax your shoulder a bit and then push up. Feel your hand on the floor. Dig your heel. Push the pelvis forward. Drive the sit bones down. Feel the waist lift. Just breathe. Now we're going to slowly roll center. And we're going to go right to the other side. Tailbone down and roll. Where you're on your knee and push. Sit bones are down. Sternum is reaching. You're pushing up and out of your arm. Pelvis is forward. Quads are lifted. Breathe. Big inhale, roll center, knees down, pelvis down, elbows a little further forward, shoulders back, chest reach. Breathe. Couple breaths. Release. Take your head to the other side profile. Relax and breathe. Excuse me. And come back to center. Press yourself back to sitting. All right, so that's all we have time for. We're going to go into a short corpse, but let's do our corpse with a bolster. And I would like you to put the bolster underneath your chest. Not crosswise, just lengthwise like we kind of started. So put your low back up against the bolster, lay back. Elbows down on the ground. Release the legs. Now, feel a nice big breath from the pubic bone to the collarbone. Feel the back muscles work on that big inhale. Just a couple big inhales so that you can really release the spine. And then just rest. And feel the tingles. You can feel that increased activity all along the spine, and then especially out your chest to your hands. Now you can continue laying in this lovely corpse, or you can roll to your right side And press yourself up to sitting. All right. So that's it for foundations. Week 1 of holiday. If you're coming back for the next class, it's going to start at 7:15. And if you have a candle, bring it. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you for your support. Namaste.